Now let me introduce Roxanne, Toastmaster Hussein, with her speech entitled Leading by Example. Please join me in giving a warm welcome to Toastmaster Hussein. So Roxanne Hussein, Leading by Example, Roxanne Hussein.
Thank you, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. So glad to have you amongst us. I did the project assessment to determine which leadership style is my primary one. And what you should be seeing beside me, but has not shown up yet, is the results of that. But do you see what I'm seeing? Bad enough that there was an even four-way split. The other four trailed by so little that for all intents and purposes, it may as well be an eight-way split. So when you look at this, which one is my primary? Since my leadership style does not fit into that artificial construct, according to this, what I'll be doing instead is discussing my leadership role and how it plays out. As my role as VPE is my freshest leadership role, and it's within an organization with which you are all familiar, I'm going to use that experience to illustrate. If you take a look at this quote here, by a show of hands, how many of you have heard it? It's by John Wooden, and it says, the most powerful leadership tool you have is that of your own personal example. Any of you? Okay, not to worry. I see Annalise, that's one, all right. There are a lot of other quotes that are floating around out there as well. So if you haven't seen that one, you may have seen one of these. How about this one by Albert Schweitzer that says, the three most important ways to lead are by example, by example, by example. Or this one by N.R. Murty that says, leading by example is the most powerful advice you can give anybody. I agree that good leaders do lead by example. And I trust that as VPE, you've seen me set the example of daring to be lousy in order to succeed. As Toastmaster Ponte Morales said earlier, failing, falling into failure, leaning into failure, just dare to be lousy, because in doing, you will learn and grow. He who rests, rusts. You've got to keep moving forward. And where I haven't set the example myself, because I'm not good at everything, right? I've pointed you to other examples to follow, like Toastmaster Power, who took the bulls by the horn, and she still hasn't let go, eh? While I endeavor to set a good example, nevertheless, I maintain that those quotes, they're woefully inadequate. They all suggest a preeminence over any other traits. Setting a good example alone is not enough. A good leader must also provide vision to see that desired outcome, the inspiration to follow the example, and service to properly equip the team to perform. For example, when I share with you that it is my goal as VPE to see every active member submit at least one education award for the club, I'm communicating the vision. And when I show you the year-end presentations of awards and recognitions and the transferable skills correlation between the club roles and your personal goals, I'm hoping to inspire you as to what is possible. And when I assign a mentor, provide tracking tools, direct you to other resources, reach out to you, or take your calls and provide the knowledge, tools, and resources necessary for you to excel at your own endeavors, that is service. Am I an effective leader? In the absence of feedback, there are several ways that one might measure it. The first and most obvious way, of course, is, did the team accomplish the goal in the time required? The second way is this: have my team members become better under my leadership? If the answer is no, I have failed as a leader. I believe that as a leader, I have a responsibility to the growth and development of the individuals on the team. And I try to identify and encourage an emerging leader that I can somehow groom as my own successor. For me, that's the ultimate test. Have I helped to produce other leaders? And the third way is this: have I become better as a result of my team? Again, if the answer is no, that's on me, not my team. As an example of this, in my role as VPE, there are members here of this club who have performed that role before me, who have performed more senior roles in the club, in the area and in the district, and who are much more capable and knowledgeable in the role than I. How foolish of me would it be to not learn from those team members? But again, that's an obvious example, right? Every last one of you, regardless of your experience, has something that I can learn from. You're all constantly inspiring me. I expect that I will continue to evolve and grow as I learn from all of you, as I have this past year, for which I'm so grateful. And I hope that I've set that as an example as well. And I hope that you will follow my example. Dare to be lousy. Immerse yourself in the process. In every act, strive for improvement, not perfection. Accept help. Give support to others. Inspire others by your success, and be inspired by the success of others. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hussein. I can speak from personal experience that you have definitely inspired me to also take the bull by the horns and accept new roles in the group.